Hans, Bobby, I'm your white knight.
Want to get your hands on some sports cards?
Hell yes!
You're in the right place.
Good morning.
Is everybody ready?
Welcome to the weekly Target Watch on Schultz's Card Pull.
What is up, sports fans? It is 3:56 Pacific time, just about 6:56 East Coast time, almost into the hot zone here on Schultz's Card Pulls. Just a couple of minutes away, 3.5 minutes or so to be exact. Hopefully, we will see another Wednesday restock on Target.com. What is up, everybody? Wearing a hat this morning. Decided I was too lazy to do my dang hair and ready to go. Hopefully, we are going to see something like some Prizm hangers, some Prizm Cellos dropping on Target.com today. Not sure exactly what we're going to see. And leading off the live stream today with that old clip from Die Hard, guys. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Die Hard with Bruce Willis. Amazing movie. It is a Christmas movie, by the way. But that is Ellis, one of the funnier, kind of more comedic characters from that movie Die Hard. And he is Hans's white knight. Hans, Booby. And there's a reason I'm playing that, guys.
Hans, Bobby, I'm your white knight.
It is because I was called on Sports Card Radio's channel yesterday, at least accused of, here you go, guys, somebody start an S. So I just decided to play into it and call myself the White Knight of sports cards. So here we go, guys. I will now be Hans Booby. I'm your White Knight here in the hobby going forward, because check this out, guys. This was left on Sports Card Radio yesterday, thanks to somebody who said that they are a regular in Hitman and in RGL's breaks. He actually messaged me on Instagram, said, hey, man, this guy named Patrick absolutely thrashing on you on Sports Card Radio. So here we go. Can you start to take a look at Schultz's card pulls? He paints himself as the White Knight of sports cards.
Hans, Bobby, I'm your white knight.
Promotes all other big names in the hobby and paints everybody else as a fraud, scammer, or flipper, which isn't true. I don't paint everybody else as a scammer or flipper. I say you've got to avoid those people. That's ridiculous. There has to be skeletons in those closets that you can find. Oh my goodness, guys. So here we go. I just think it's hilarious. What's going on? Tommy's Break says, good morning. What's up, everybody? Gonzo says, what up? Raymond Leal says, I've opened 5 hangers and got nothing. At least you've got 5 hangers to open, brother. And we are seconds away from the hot zone, guys. Seconds away here on Schultz's Card Pulls. Watching the monitors, watching the target tracker this morning. One of the latest items, guys, it looks like Gypsy Queen. If you are interested in baseball cards, Gypsy Queen Baseball just dropped on Target.com for $24.99. That's $5 cheaper than it's been on Walmart.com. So I would avoid buying it at Walmart, guys. I would absolutely buy it at Target.com for only $25. Blaze One Sports says, good morning, Schulte. What's up? Good Eye Dog Atchis says, morning, Schulte. Steve Piero, what's up, brother? Alessandra says, Hans Gruber rules. Hans Booby.
Hans, Bobby,
I'm your white knight. No need to defend yourself against the haters. Haters gonna hate. Tyler, this isn't me. This is honestly me having fun with it. This is not me defending myself. This is me leaning into the haters. This is fun for me, honestly. This is just hilarious. It's me kind of, just having some cool little production fun with it and trying to lean into what they're calling me, the White Knight. They say that I call myself the White Knight of sports cards, so why not? Why not, guys? That's, you know what? That's perfect. That's a great advertising shtick. It's probably what I'm gonna be my catchphrase or my mission statement or something like that. I'm the White Knight of sports cards, right? I'm the White Knight. It's so funny.
I'm your white knight.
Oh my gosh. Poor Blazer Fools this morning. Schultz, see what's going on. Kraken says, here we are live from Cell Block. See you, troublemaker, LOL. Apparently I'm making trouble. Yeah, just saying that flippers are terrible is me making trouble, and the people get mad about that. All right, guys, the hot zone officially upon us. Looks like there was at 3:21 today. I have on my Discord monitors Panini Baseball Diamond Kings trading card hanger packs. I don't know why they're called hanger packs, but there you go, guys. Those apparently were in stock at 3:21 this morning. But right now, we see them out of stock. But like I said, guys, Gypsy Queen going into stock. I know Bowman U on the top there. I know Absolute Baseball. Kelsey and Todd says that I'm the Dark Knight. There you go, Kelsey and Todd. I love it. Steve Piero says, ha, Schultze, be our White Knight. Troy says, damn, Schultz, you're moving up in the world on Sports Card Radio, LOL. Those guys are a joke. Mr. Prom says, keep them sealed. Schultz says, why is it gotta be white, Schultz? So funny. I love it. Zadika says, it's kind of cringy, Schultz's card pulls. Well, I'm sorry you think that, Zadika, because I'm having a lot of fun with it, man. Sorry that you find it cringe. I think it's fantastically fun, and I'm having a good time with it. And honestly, it's just means that people just don't like when you try to take away their $5 profit per box, is what that seems like. I don't know. But anyways, guys, we are, like I said, still watching the monitors. Have been checking before I went to bed last night, and then as soon as I woke up this morning, and like I said, guys, Diamond Kings Hanger Packs, excuse me, is what the title on Target.com is. Essentially the latest item dropping, and then yesterday, of course, looks like later on in the day after I streamed, we saw some of those Gypsy Queen blaster boxes. Scotto says, skeleton in the closet is good. It's called living. I mean, honestly, I got nothing to hide. I am totally not perfect. I'm sure, that there's a customer or two along the way that I have absolutely, admittedly, you know what? Hey, I've been late on some shipments before. I've had to be like, it sucks because dealing with the post office sometimes is very frustrating. I've lost packages and had to spend money, double it up to send that same box out again twice now in the last 6 months. Just, dealing with that kind of stuff. I'm sure you could talk to any other person using USPS or shipping things regularly, or any YouTube content creator dealing with those hiccups as well. But I would say that there were some things personally, wife's health issues earlier this year. There's a lot of things that have been going on lately. So I've always done the best 120% effort to make it right if I do screw up. But that's not very often. And as far as screw ups, literally would involve a late package. So as far as skeletons in my closet, there really aren't any. I've only been in the hobby for 2+ years again. Sean says, there's a black Schulte. No. I mean, not that I know of. Maybe there is. Hell, there probably is. There probably is. Kelsey and Todd says, bro, you've done a lot for us. A lot. I appreciate you, man. And it's obviously, guys, there's, as I try to remind you, and I'll be honest, yes, of course, I'm here for the views. It's like a car trying to get gas to run. Of course, you need it. We need views to sustain ourselves here on YouTube. So, of course, but building the community, building, just the camaraderie here and the trust, getting, a group of collectors that really just loves collecting and has that passion like I do. That's what it's about. That's where it's at. So I'm really happy that we've been able to find, kind of like-minded people here and help you all get some cards and help each other in the Discord as well with any tips as far as local restocks and trades and whatnot. And speaking of local restocks, make sure you check your local Walmarts for Prizm, guys. Tim says, people like that just help you charge your batteries. Exactly, Tim. We all got to get motivation from somewhere, right? I will absolutely be the hobby's white knight, or being accused of representing myself as such.
Hans, Bobby, I'm your white knight.
Oh, We Go Scrad says, can you give a birthday shout out to my girlfriend, Jenna Tilwards? She's 23 and we're huge fans of yours. Oh, We Go, I hope I'm saying your screen name right. We Go Scrad or We Go Scrod. Absolutely. Happy birthday, Jenna. 23 years old, still young. Go out, have fun, experience that youth. It looks like everybody in the world is back out doing everything again, so I don't think you have any excuse, unless gas is costing too much. But I don't know, maybe buy some drinks and have them at home then, if you want to drive. But happy birthday. Thank you so much, you guys. That is super, super sweet of you, We Go. Jenna, 23rd is a fun one. I wish I were 23 again. That's for damn sure. Scott O says, I bought a card on June 7th and still haven't got it. Guys blaming the USPS. No, totally, Scotto. I know that there are some absolute shady S's. You talking about buying a card on eBay or something, and some dude is taking 2 weeks to send it out. I mean, that's a long time. That's a long time. But I honestly, I'm getting towards almost a couple of weeks of sending the break packages out. But you should see the pile of stuff next to me from the card show that I did last Saturday. It was so much fun, and experiencing all that and trying to get ready for that kind of unfortunately, literally, I didn't get any videos out last week and none of that stuff. was able to be done because I was focusing on that, trying to see what this new event was in the hobby world of sports, and it was important and awesome. And actually, guys, I know I talked about the good in the hobby yesterday, and once again, watching these sports card monitors, not seeing anything popping up here on Schultz's card pulls as of yet. But yesterday I was talking about the good, the bad, and the hobby. You know, seeing the D-bags taking the Prizm right off the shelves in front of me at Sherwood Walmart here in Oregon, but also attending and kind of watching what I think was the future of sports cards and events coming our way here this last weekend in Portland, Oregon, participating in a giveaway, doing a box break, just kind of for people that showed up and sat like in the audience. It was really fun. We had numbers in each chair, and it was kind of like a hits draft. We had a Panini 1 box and like a Pro Soccer box and a Crown Royal basketball box, and essentially just drew some numbers bingo style and gave each card that came up. It was like, you know, one had 12 cards, the next giveaway had like 5 cards, kind of gave them to random seats. It was so much fun. And oh, dude, the Greenskeeper, I see that $2 super chat, dude. Thank you so much, man. You guys seriously shoot me through the heart with that anytime, guys. $1 or $2, that's just, you guys, seriously, I get goosebumps every time. The Greenskeeper says, you and Striker are the best content online. Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate that you think that. I mean, it's flattering. It really is. I know that I people will be like, you sound disingenuous. I'm not. I love you guys. Like, I freaking love you guys. I want to be here for you, and I want to help you out. I want to help sustain the hobby. It's, I don't know. That's all I can say. It's my philosophy, and the people that say that, you know what, Jordan, you've got skeletons in your closet. There's no way that you could actually be the White Knight for the hobby.
Hans, Bobby, I'm your White Knight.
They are, I'm assuming, like I said, just mad because they're losing out the $5 per blaster that I say that they shouldn't be flipping boxes and gaining. I don't know. Anyways, guys. Paul Vance says retail Prizm packs are confirmed at Target stores. Saw a video yesterday. Oh, Paul, good stuff. And that is, I believe somebody was posting pictures of that in my Discord as well. So check it out, guys. A free Discord. It is, like I said, full of a community of fans just talking sports cards all week, kind of helping each other exchange info. And please, guys, please make sure you do smash that like button for me. It does help me feed a couple of kitties named Pikachu and Eevee. But really cool, as I was saying, the event yesterday, the event this weekend, kind of reflecting on that a little bit yesterday on the show and talking about the future. But on top of that, guys, really, really cool. Was able to do a local radio interview yesterday. Actually, the top sports radio host here in Portland, John Canzano, who I was actually on stage with breaking cards and doing the giveaway this weekend, guys. Cards are kind of starting to leak into the mainstream a little bit. I think a lot of people kind of see the light with like events kind of involving live sports card breaks and making something super entertaining like that, you know, kind of along with like a party and kind of a celebration. And one aspect of that celebration going forward, I think, is going to be sports card breaks. It's just going to be part of the mainstream coming up. And I honestly think that because somebody that I used to work for, this radio host, John Canzano, who really hadn't been dabbling in sports cards much, got super excited and just drawn right into it, man. Was, I mean, he's a guy that, you know, he has just experienced the best of the best in sports. It's hard to impress him, you know, and as kind of it should be with all those guys that have covered some really great events. We're talking to a dude that like used to write and cover Bobby Knight back in the day. All kinds of big events in his career, you know, so a sports card break, exciting him like that, exciting people, just normal sports fans like that. I see the light, guys. So I was on his radio show yesterday for about 15 minutes talking about group breaks and the future of the hobby and where I think it's going. An exciting time to educate just regular sports fans on what cards are. It's going to be great, guys. I think we're going places. I really do. I know that prices are tanking right now. I know singles prices, especially, people are surprised that like the high-end stuff, the high-end cards like Michael Jordan rookies, PSA 10 dropping all kinds of value lately in the last 6 months. So yes, that's a little scary, but I think those big cards were some of the most inflated prices to begin with anyways. I mean, I don't know why a Michael Jordan rookie is worth $400,000 at some point. I don't know why it's worth $4 million to some people at some point. So it's whatever somebody is willing to pay. And right now, because, and I've been saying this for a month, we're spending more money on gas, we're spending more money on eggs, on milk. We just don't have that money to spend on, a big investment like that. And honestly, even those guys that, if you have like a rainy day fund, where do you think that's going to be if you're like a big investor like that? I'm assuming one of your rainy day funds is going to be in a sports card or two, right? So if you've got a portfolio, and in that portfolio, you get a couple of assets that you can sell off really quickly if you need some cash, if stuff starts to go bunk, or if stuff starts to get a little harder, stuff gets a little more expensive. I would think a lot of rich guys that are making those purchases and those investments in those expensive sports cards, those are their rainy day funds. Those are one of the first things they're going to sell off. So I would assume that is one of the reasons we're seeing all of these prices dropping so far. And I think that we might see the premium prices drop even a little further. Stewie says, I found NFL Prizm in store. Only packs, though, at Target. Yes, sir, Stewie. It looks like we do have retail packs, like that retail Prizm box from basketball that we saw last year. Retail packs popping up at Target as well. In store. Heck yeah. Oh, Fearless3 TV, a 99-cent super chat. Thank you so much, man, with the super sticker, with the love eyes. I love you guys. I love all y'all. I love you. I love the hobby. I love sports. I love entertaining. It is what it is. You want to say, oh, he probably has some skeletons in his closet. Whatever. Go look. I want to help Sports Card Radio look. You guys, I'll give you the receipts. Let's go. Shoot. I am by no means a perfect person. By no means a perfect person. I know I come across as egotistical sometimes. And you know what? Frankly, it's just at this point, I think a little bit of part of my personality. So I just got to have to try to ride it, accept it, and be who I am. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. But not sorry. Because we're here scoring cards at retail cost, y'all. Michael says, open 2 Walmart hangers, 1 Target blaster, T-Law silver variation, T-Law disco. Boom. Michael, you are one of the luckiest retail rippers of Prizm football that I've seen or heard about, bro. T-Law silver, T-Law disco. Bang. Lloyd says, no Prizm football in Longview, Texas yet. Okay, good to know, Lloyd. There is a part of Texas, I believe. I think somebody in my Discord, and I'm trying to think what city in Texas they were, but I know that they said that they were in somewhere in Texas finding that Target Prizm retail box, and I believe that was where the picture in my Discord, at least at first, when we saw those Target retail boxes, was posted from. And that was, I think, about 5 or 6 days ago, last Wednesday or Thursday, maybe Friday. Last week was a blur. Gabe's has opened a T-Law disco today. Nice. So a lot of people pulling T-Law discos, it sounds like. Somebody told me they sold a T-Law disco because it was off-centered for like $150. There you go. Already unloading. And at that point, guys, I think the initial high price at cards, if you pull those big ones, I would say sell it and then just buy it back for like $50 less in another month or two. Because that money right now, obviously a lot more valuable since Prizm just came out, especially for those parallel pulls. Oh, Alexis Bell, thank you so much. A 99-cent super chat. You guys are so generous, so sweet. Appreciate all y'all. That seriously, give me goosebumps, you guys. I appreciate y'all. I'm doing my best to help y'all score sports cards and get the word out about cards at retail cost. And unfortunately, at this point of the morning, we just haven't seen anything dropping this Wednesday, June 22nd. But I'm here trying to be your white knight of the sports card hobby, guys.
Hans. Bobby.
Trying.
I'm your white knight.
Bradley says, do you think we should do more to promote purchasing singles and previous year resales on less and less on new and always chasing the new this week set to try and create a healthier market? Bradley, I think that a focus on both is definitely healthy because you've got to add value. But the market and the way that it's been reacting to current day players, I think we've actually kind of seen a little bit of the insanity, guys. Justin Herbert, I was talking to somebody at the show this weekend that I was at, World of Sport. Justin Herbert was I mean, shoot, probably had like another a Super Bowl or two already baked into his sale prices. And people trying to get thousands of dollars per, rookie parallel auto at the show if it's in a slab. It's nuts. He's amazing, but it's not guaranteed that he's going to be a Hall of Famer yet, but prices are already looking that way. I mean, the market is just insane. So, Bradley, at this point, I think the one thing that we need to do really, really like a great job of is educating the entire market, and we all need to be better about how we buy and sell singles, about how we value cards, because it really is down to how much somebody will pay for a certain collector item or a certain card. And that sets the market, period. Oh, Bob C. Bob Capriglione, thank you so much, man. A $4.99 super chat. Thank you, guys. You guys help sustain the channel when you do those super chats. I really do appreciate it. Those super chats, those likes, they help me feed two kitties named Pikachu and Eevee. Seriously, Bob, thank you. $4.99. Too generous, brother. You guys are awesome, man. You guys are friggin' awesome. Moon Lagoon asking a good question. Anything loaded? Looks like we just saw a couple of toys on the monitors. A Star Wars Retro Collection Chewbacca prototype action figure for $14, but unfortunately no sports cards. Have not seen anything popping up as of yet. For sports cards this morning, obviously, as I mentioned earlier, 2022 Panini Diamond Kings hanger packs were posted at $321 this morning, but that's about it. That's all we've seen. Jared says, Herbert is a future Hall of Famer. I believe it. I agree, but he hasn't won a Super Bowl yet, and the prices are already baked in. It's a little nuts. And when Joe Burrow went to a Super Bowl, his prices shot up like he had already won the Super Bowl. It's a great example of how the market really does jump the gun on some players and just waits way too long on others or doesn't see it coming. And a lot of the guys, I would say a lot of the guys that the market picks as like, future stars and future Hall of Famers and future investments, a lot of the times don't pan out. It's more often than not, those sneaky dudes that we all had sitting in our dollar boxes or cards that were rookies that we sleeved up hoping they'd turn into something someday, like Tom Brady, for instance. I mean, seriously, guys, who thought that Tom Brady's card was going to be the most valuable of all time? Nobody, and that's why it's the most valuable or one of the most valuable, NFL rookies of all time. One of the most sought-after cards. Lions says, pull the Mac Disco, a silver Wilson and a silver Brady out of 3 blasters. Says Lions Luck Sports Cards. Nice. Dude, everybody's killing it. You know what that means, guys? I got 3 of my Target blasters yesterday. I think that means that there's going to be nothing in here. Sounds like all y'all are pulling the good hits. All y'all already taking up all those discos and all those great hits. So nothing left for Schulte. It's all good. I'll just be here being the white knight. Aaron says, Chewbacca prototype. Go, go, go. Sorry, force of habit. That's funny, Aaron. It's all good. That's really funny, actually, dude. Definitely not here trying to help people get Star Wars toys. If it were consoles, maybe. Happy to help people grab like a PS5 or an Xbox because people have been looking for those for so long. But yeah, no going into Star Wars toys. I think that's probably better left to a couple other channels here on YouTube. Pulling Fire says, tell me you only started collecting since 2019 without saying that you're a new collector, LOL. I mean, a lot of guys got back into the hobby in that time. It's just the way that it is. I mean, I originally was an OG collector with my dad back when I was a kid. I mean, I'm 33. We're talking back like, in the 90s, I was going to card shops with my dad quite frequently, going to card shows. I remember I have vivid memories of one of the card shows happening at like, I believe it was Lancaster Mall in Salem, Oregon when I was a kid. And there was a card shop at that mall as well. I mean, there were 2 card shops in Salem back in the day when it was thriving like that. So we were there probably once a week. We had promo Portland Trailblazers cards that were in loaves of bread, as I was talking about on the radio show that I was a guest on yesterday. I mean, just the nostalgia really brought me back. So yes, I'm not really too educated on cards, because I wasn't in that time frame from like 2012 when Prizm started to like 2019. I've done some homework, I've gone back, I've seen, kind of what those cards look like, what those print runs were. And let me tell you what, guys, Parallels are increasing year to year to year. It's absolutely nuts. You go back and look when Prizm and all those cards from Panini started being printed in the early 2010s. The number of parallels were so small, and they have grown each year. So that's one thing that I noticed. I'm really just trying to see the trajectory of the hobby, and that is one thing that is a little scary and unfortunate that Panini has done, but thankfully we aren't going to be dealing with them much longer. Another 2-3 years max. That's it. Triple H says, open that blaster. Let's go. 1,000 viewers. Let's go. I appreciate you, Triple H. I don't know. I mean, blasters, you can't really pull that great of cards out of it. It's just the disco or the lasers, right? You can't pull autos. You can maybe pull a silver. So I guess I could get lucky with a parallel, but that's kind of the only thing that I'm looking for or hoping for, right? And I'll tell you what, I haven't been lucky lately. If you buy into a break, super lucky. You're gonna get super lucky, but I will not. And speaking of breaks, guys, I do have spots posted, SchultzesCardPulls.com. If y'all are interested, we've got some fun ones this weekend, guys. Got 2 budget breaks, budget football, budget basketball break, as well as a pretty sick Prizm chase along with a Panini 1 box and an Obsidian, and then an impeccable basketball mixed with a bunch of other stuff, guys. We're going prospecting, trying to get somebody a gold bar this weekend. That would be awesome. Wayne says pre-modern and vintage. Been telling y'all. Brian says rip your blaster. Hayden says he's flipping the blasters. Oh, totally, Hayden. I'm flipping the blasters because I got so much extra time to spend flipping these blasters so I can get, like I said, $5 to $7 profit per box. No, I'm not, dude. These 2 blasters right here, I've got 3 more that my wife ordered under her name, and essentially a couple of those were going to be used as giveaways, and a couple of those were going in a video. That's what I'm doing. I'm not flipping the blasters. Not going to flip anything. Not going to flip the Megas. Not going to flip the Cello Packs. Nothing. Brian says, rip it, don't break it. I'm not breaking the Prizm blaster boxes, brother. The Prizm blasters aren't going to be in a break. Like I said, they're going to be giveaways. Scotto says, I was a Toys R Us kid. I don't want to grow up, because even if I did, I still would be a Toys R Us kid. Had to switch the melody a little bit or I'll get copyrighted, right? Scott says, flip it, don't rip it. Yeah, see, we got the fighting opinions here already. Toys R Us missed that place, says Scott. Love it. Jaguar says, blasters are a waste of money. Mr. Hummus says, LMAO, I'm drinking coffee from the same cup too. That's awesome. That's awesome, guys. Yeah, I got my chocolate milk. You're hoping for a restock on Target.com. And of course, we do have a restock coming up on Walmart.com later today. Don't know how many items are going to be available for us to grab, but it will be a restock nonetheless. I think last Wednesday, guys, they happened on Walmart.com every Wednesday at noon Pacific, 3 East Coast time. There were just a handful of Prizm retail items of all versions, Cellos all the way up to Megas, but I think when I streamed, 2 or 3 people in the chat, just 2 or 3 people, that was it, we're able to score. So we can fight for that Walmart live stream later today, or the Walmart restock later today. I don't think there's going to be any reason for me to live stream because we kind of experienced a regular Walmart restock last week. Just not a lot of manual users scoring. And honestly, I don't even think there were that many boxes to score. So yeah, bot users, I'm sure they grabbed a few, but not as many as you think. And I do know, guys, that Target.com last week, when we had our restock last Tuesday, they were doing a lot to fight the bots. I think a lot of bots were getting some errors, and that was one of the reasons that those blasters were also in stock for so long. Fearless is all right, going to sleep. I understand, Fearless. But the hot zone lasts for another 25 minutes or so I'm going to be here watching that. Who knows? Who knows what pops up here in the next 25 minutes? It is possible. It's why the hot zone lasts until 4:50 Pacific time every single morning. Sean says, will you stream for Walmart? I don't think so, Sean. You know, I have actually, I've got a dentist appointment today at noon, so I don't think I could be on streaming. Got to go to the dentist. And then B, after last week, as I warned y'all, it could go really bad, it could go really well, or just okay. It went really bad for people trying to grab cards on Walmart.com. There's really no point in me streaming because everybody knows for Walmart, they're going to be dropping right at noon, and they are going to be there at like a window of time from noon to 12:15-ish. You're going to see that first wave or two of a drop, and then after that, it's just kind of a free-for-all, and your chances are super thin, super skinny, super skinny chances at grabbing any of those really high premium releases like Prizm right now. And we got a lot of premium releases coming up, guys. Optic Football coming our way still. Prizm Basketball coming our way here in July. This is kind of the kickoff to cards kind of starting to become a little bit more of a regular release premium-wise, thankfully. Kind of a little bit of a gap in the calendar because of Panini and their delay on Prizm. And pretty much everything else, it seems, it was like a 4 or 5 month setback, which I don't know if it's because they're truly delayed or if it's because they're just trying to print more. You really wonder about that. It would be nice if they would actually give us some direction because, forgive me if I'm wrong, guys, has Panini, anytime that there's been a delay, has Panini actually come out and said, hey, we're going to be delaying this? They send out a tweet saying that, or send out like an email saying, you know what, this date is going to be this release date after this original plan? Or is it all just kind of like looking at Cardboard Connection, looking at Beckett's cardboard release calendar, and kind of seeing just the updated schedule? Because I swear, the way that I found out that Select was delayed, the way that I found out that Optic Football was delayed, is I saw it listed as one date on the calendar on the sports card release calendar on Cardboard Connection, and then like a week later, I saw it listed as another date. That's it. There's no real info. It's just like this behind closed doors, like backdooring quick bits of info to these companies that put it out and not Panini themselves. So weird. Scott says, both of my Target Blasters, the silver parallel cards, were destroyed on the bottom right corner. It's the only cards in the boxes like that. That is so frustrating, man. I would assume that that means that Panini put them in there like that they didn't get bent. Especially if you're not seeing the boxes looking there very bent or, warped on the corner or anything like that. Jacob says, if the card is damaged and worth the time and effort to you, send it to Panini. Yeah, but Jacob, at this point, will you get a response from Panini? I've got like 2 redemptions that I've been trying to get from them. One for like a year and a half. Chris C says, no, they didn't stop bots. Well, Chris, then why were there so many people in 2 Discords that I'm a part of bitching that there were things being reset? And I'm not saying that bots weren't able to get anything. Of course, they were able to get stuff. KSR, all those really expensive bots are going to get pretty much whatever they're trying to hit on, they're going to hit on. You're looking at like, I know that in the really, really like at the top of the card game, back when like Luka Doncic's were going for as much money as they did, and every card was valued at super high, and all the premium releases were going for like, for a $20 blaster was $150. KSR, all those expensive bots were going anywhere above $5, $7, $10,000. I don't think many people paid 10. I think it was a lot closer to like 5. And right now it's probably going for, I don't know, this is just a guess, but less than 5, probably like 3-ish. The market for bots has gone down. So bots like KSR are always going to own, but I saw a lot of people reporting errors and Target trying to do something to stop the bots during the last restock. So if you come at me and say, well, I scored, so no, they didn't, or I saw 7 people score, so no, they didn't. Like, oh my God, I'm looking at a landscape of like 3 different Discords or 2 different Discords, and I got somebody else reporting to me that people in their Discord were struggling too. So I'm trying to paint a complete picture for y'all. I'm not just going off of 7 dudes or off of one group. Okay? Shoot, dang. All Beast and the Beauty breaks a $5 super chat says, good morning, dude. Thank you so much, man. Here's 5 for the kiddies. I found 2022 Absolute in my local Target. Also, I see GPK delayed again until 8/15/22. Not surprised, guys. More delays. Talking about more delays. Panini especially. Topps trying to get stuff out on time, it seems. But yeah, I don't know about Panini. Seems like they're just kind of doing a money grab. Grabbing the money in one. Mainly says, I want to win a trip to last year's Super Bowl. Talking about all those kid reporter cards in these boxes still. Exactly. Yeah, pointing out the absurdity in these delays. It's just nuts. Cheeselia says the FOTL NBA Prizm is a Dutch auction. The price is going to drop. Yeah, guys, essentially all those big items on Panini's website are released via Dutch auction format. And you just kind of got to wait until the price that you think everybody wants to pay before it goes out of stock really quickly. So it starts like super, super high up at like what? 3,000, 3,500. I don't know if FOTL is going to start at like 4. But then essentially like every 10 or 15 minutes, it goes down. That's what a Dutch auction is. And people buy it at their own risk at that point. What price are you willing to pay? And what price do you think the market's willing to pay? That's kind of Dutch auction format. Paul Vance says, Schultz, you should stream Walmart drop just so we can see how many people actually score and good for the community. You know, Paul, I did last week and 3 people scored. Out of like 600-700 people in the chat, about 3 people scored. It wasn't great. And like I said, Paul, I can't today. I've got dentist appointment that I cannot reschedule. I already rescheduled one last week. I really gotta actually go. I can't keep rescheduling my appointments. I gotta try and get stuff done. So yeah, that is at noon. So I just don't think I'm gonna be able to do that today, unfortunately. Matthew says, so no drop yet. No, Matthew, unfortunately, no drop yet. And thank you so much. It looks like Ben just grabbed a couple of spots or a spot or 2 in this weekend's breaks. Appreciate it, guys. Heck yeah. Yeah, we're going to fill those up. We're going to have some fun. Hopefully pull some people a gold bar, pull some people a sick auto. Man, I would love to pull I need to get somebody like a huge Mac Jones multi-$1,000 hit. It's time. It's time. Redemptions can take very long, says Jacob. Yes, redemptions can take very long in general, but Topps actually tries to follow through and help their customers out. Panini, with their redemptions, just makes people wait most of the time. And if a redemption ends up not getting, signed or followed through on, usually they give pretty crappy compensation in lieu of that. Like a lot of people have reported to me, like if they get a redemption that's just old and is never going to get signed by a player, they get like 200 or 300 points, and I'm not even talking like that old. I'm talking like maybe recently expired in some cases, and honestly surprised that they were even able to get in touch with them and do business with them because Panini's customer service is slow and terrible, and they just don't respond to their customers in a timely manner. David Perez says, how does your Discord work? David, it's just it's free. Essentially, you go in there, you yak with each other, you talk about what's going on in the community of sports cards, share what's being restocked near you on the shelves so we can kind of get an idea of what is coming around the United States that week in stores, kind of prepare y'all for what you're going to see on the shelves. Lots of trades happening. I mean, essentially, dude, just go on in, join, chat, hang out. It's the same group of people here in this live stream that are here every single morning, hanging out all week. It's a fun group of people. Eric, I appreciate you asking if I got my new job. I did not, man. Found out a couple of weeks ago that I was the second choice. Got beat out by an internal hire. Not surprising. Not surprising. Got beat out by a former employee last September, and then got beat out by an internal employee here coming up last month. So that's the story of my life. Story of my life. Ryan says, is there going to be any more Fanatics drops soon? You know, Ryan, we've seen since the Prizm, Fanatics, Blasters, and Megas have dropped, I think that we're going to have to wait until like Prizm Basketball comes out. I doubt that Contenders Optic, which comes out today, guys, if I'm not wrong, or came out yesterday, excuse me. Contenders Optic hitting the market. Contenders Optic Football, hopefully going to be a sick box with tons of hits. I usually like Contenders Optic. Godzilla says, Schultz, he's still waiting on the Pitts Blue Diamond auto out of 50. 3 months now. Will I ever get it? 3 months, Godzilla, that's not too long. That is not too long. I think you're going to be waiting for quite a bit longer, bro. Unfortunately. I'm not trying to be like too negative, but that's just the way that it is. Bradley Peterson, smash that thumbs up. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, please do smash that like button. Really does help me feed a couple of kitties named Pikachu and Eevee. Try to be your white knight of sports cards, as I was so accused of presenting myself as. Trying to get Sports Card Radio to look at me.
Hans.
Please do.
Bobby, I'm your white knight.
I am an open book, guys. I got nothing to hide. Definitely not a perfect person, but I sure as shoot got nothing to hide. You know, some of those guys that Sports Card Radio kind of looks at and tries to, do investigations on or point out the shady behavior that they're doing, they get really mad. It's like, well, I don't know. If I've screwed up and there's, there's something that like they find like that I deserve to be called out about, sure, I'll try to eat crow, but I've only been in the hobby. This is literally my 2-year anniversary just passed here on YouTube on June 11th here back in 2020 is when I posted my first video ripping sports cards here on YouTube. So I honestly, give me a few more years. You know what? I might become it's ridiculous. Like I might become screwed up and like just stop. Like, but of course I'm not going to do that. Like that's kind of like, well, he's only been in the hobby a couple of years. So I've heard people say that too. Like, come on, ridiculous. The Card Dojo says they gave me 150 points for an expired redemption. It took 18 months for them to respond. Yep. Yeah, that's probably all I'm going to get. It's been about 18 months for me as well. They just want to check those off as quick as possible. They don't care. They don't care about what you actually get. They just want to get them done with. Card Collector says, what do you think might drop today? Well, if we do see a drop, hoping to get some Prizm Cellos, Prizm Hangers from Target.com. I would assume we're going to see more Prizm dropping on Walmart.com later today at noon. So get ready for that. What's going on, Georgie J? Schultze, Love and Improsive. Love you, man. Every single one of you guys. I appreciate it. Richard says, Schultze, don't give up. You'll get what you desire. Don't give up. I appreciate that, Richard. I'm going to keep grinding, man. Like Vince Lombardi said, and like my dad always told me when I was a kid, quitters never win and winners never quit. That is I don't know. Everybody has like a saying or a phrase, or hopefully you do. Hopefully you got some couple of those in your head that kind of help define your actions. That's one that does for me. Quitters never win and winners never quit. Steve K says, Schultze, apply for a job at ESPN. I appreciate it, Steve. I am not nearly attractive enough to be one of those sexy anchors on ESPN. Gotta lose another 30 pounds, get a little more svelte, look perfect in a suit. Then I might be able to do that. Maybe. Maybe. David says, y'all think there's a chance for a restock tomorrow? I think that there's a small chance I will be restocking tomorrow. Or excuse me, I will be streaming for a restock tomorrow. Port Blazer Fool says, their loss, Schultze, sometimes doesn't feel that way, but keep going and grinding, doing your thing. I appreciate that, man. Hopefully it leads to something awesome. Honestly, I need it to at this point. Mental health, a little bit at risk otherwise. So yeah, David, like I said, I will be stocking tomorrow, or I will be streaming tomorrow for a possible restock. Richard Anderson says, you will get noticed on your channel. I bet one of your viewers will connect you one day. I appreciate that, Richard. You know what? This weekend at the World of Sports, I think I made some very solid connections in the business. I'm serious. I'm not going to say any names, but met people that are connected to the top of the industry, to the very top, right to the top of the industry. So I'm putting myself in the right position, and hopefully the industry movers, notice guys like me, like Hitman, like Run Good Life, like Tri-City Polls, these channels that are kind of up and coming on YouTube, these brands that are newer in the sports card hobby, but have, kind of helped add some entertainment. It's definitely going to change the hobby going forward. And I think make breaks, which used to be just super boring, super hard to watch, kind of make them mainstream. And as we've started to see, kind of going towards like events and going towards parties. I really think that's going to be the future. Kevin Ross says, I'm still waiting on a redemption. 2 years old as well. That's ridiculous, Kevin. That's just unacceptable. Unacceptable on Panini's end. And it looks like somebody just grabbed a filler for this Sunday. Appreciate it, Mark. Thank you, brother. Yeah, check it out, guys. SchultzesCardPulls.com should have the rest of the packages from the last break going out later today. Maybe a few tomorrow, but after I get back from the dentist, that was all I planned on doing, was grabbing the rest of those, sorting them up, packaging them, and getting them to the post office. Paul says, agreed, the next restock will be next Tuesday. I mean, that's more likely than not what we're going to see, but I would be just hating my life, and I think y'all would hate me as well if I didn't get up tomorrow to live stream and all of a sudden there was like a restock. I'd be like, Schultzy, where the hell are you? And I'd be like, where the hell was I? Damn. Like, sorry, y'all. CJ Slabel says, Schultzy, what do you see for Topps redemption turnaround time? Like months, like 3 months or less. I honestly trying to think of the last time. I've never had a redemption, but somebody near me sent a redemption in for like a Jared Kelnick auto, and I think they got it within like 2 months. It was really quick. A lot of those, and I know that for a fact because a lot of those Jared Kelnick autos were redemptions from Topps Chrome last year for his rookie card, right? And that was, I mean, from seeing the release of Chrome and seeing all those redemptions popping up on eBay, I literally started to see them a month or two later, seeing the actual cards, the actual Jared Kelnick autos in people's hands, people posting pictures that they got them, posting the actual cards for sale on eBay. So I think Topps' turnaround time is pretty quick on those redemptions. I think like 2 to 3 months. Mr. Hummus asking me, who is my top 5 in the draft? That's a great question. I mean, somebody asked me who my top pick was yesterday. I think a lot of people are leaning towards Chet Holmgren over Paolo Banchero, although there is, I think, also the talk of like the guarantee of Jabari Smith going to the Orlando Magic, #1 overall. I don't know. It's obviously going to be those guys like in the top 3, right? I mean, I'm trying to look at the list of other prospects. Jaden Ivey, Mathurin, Tyson Daniels, Shaden Sharp. I don't know. I like Shaden Sharp. A lot of mock drafts have him going closer to 10. I think he might jump up. Somebody thinks that he's going to be the athletic talent, the shooter. I think he might jump up to 5. But obviously, you know, the Jabari Smith, Holmgren, Paolo Banchero debate continues. Forever continues. Josh says, new subscriber here. What's going on, Josh? Thanks for joining the Schulte fam, brother. Hope you enjoyed here. Says, I've been waiting 5+ years now for a redemption from Panini. That is ridiculous. That is insane. Yeah, Panini just making us wait. And as we heard, Tracy Hackler, when he did work for Panini, was on Sports Card Investors YouTube channel. I think it was 2 Christmases ago, talking about why the redemptions were taking so long. And essentially, guys, it was crappy employees. They hired lazy, crappy employees. They didn't pay them well enough. And I'm sure that they just, essentially what he said they did was they entered a bunch of work into the system that they did, and they never actually completed that work. They never actually sent those redemptions out. So tons of confusion, tons of things to work out, tons of things to try to sift through. And it has put them back years upon years. They're not going to really work, you know, with more than the people that they have available. They're not going to hire anybody extra to go take care of this issue. They're just going to grab 2 or 3 people on staff and kind of work through it slowly. And that's what's been happening on Panini's end. It just sucks. Just sucks. TL Comics and Sports is no restock today, guys. It's every 2 weeks. Yes, TL, it has been pretty much every couple of weeks, but, you know, we like to be here just in case Target decides to go every week again. And who knows? They have switched it up on us. Last year, they did it. Check. All right, sorry about that, guys. My mic died for a second. Last year, they switched it up on us 4 different times. But at some point this year, they technically have already switched it up like once, but then switched it back to Tuesdays. But I would assume going forward, they are going to switch the day at some point again. It's just kind of how they've done it. All right, guys, 4:45 Pacific time, 7:45 East Coast time. Unfortunately, no restock as of yet on Target.com. Don't think we're going to see one today. We got, about 4.5 minutes left in the hot zone. Hoping we see this last minute item, but don't think we're going to see anything popping up, guys. Mark says, I sell my points to blowout cards. Yeah, I know blowout cards buys points. I've actually got a wild card redemption. I think those are going for like $100 on eBay-ish. I don't know if I should sell that. to blow out or just unload it on eBay. Not sure. Eric just waited over years for my redemption. Never sent it. Instead, they sent 400 points the other day. Shaking my head. That's terrible, man. And that's what I'm talking about. Panini not really making the effort to get you the actual card or equal value of that redemption. What they're doing is just trying to go through and firm up and seal up all these cases. And, you know, there is, guys, something that I should point out. And actually, this is probably something that y'all should be aware of if you're not. Panini, Better Business Bureau rating, F. You know, it's pretty sad, and we can go look right here, guys. Panini's rating on the Better Business Bureau is an F. I mean, they literally, as of October 21st, had an alert from Better Business Bureau on this business. You know, if it were up to them, they would say, don't do business with Panini. Pattern of complaints. On October 21, 2021, BBB has identified a pattern in consumer complaints regarding the marketplace behavior of this company, Panini America, Inc. Specifically, they have received complaints alleging that Panini America received payment for purchases of multi-card packs and sports trading cards containing redemptions for high-value player cards that Panini has failed to honor, like we're talking about right now. That customers who have sent in damaged trading cards or other sports memorabilia to Panini America to replace and or appraise have not been returned to said customers, that orders for purchases have gone unfulfilled and undelivered for months or years to date, and that Panini America has ignored customer service requests for refunds without further redress to customers. Same day, on October 21st, they sent both postal mail and email correspondence to Panini requesting their cooperation in resolving these complaints. And as of November 23rd, we have not seen an update from them since then. It's obviously been about 8 months since then, but we have not seen a response to BBB's concerns from Panini. So there you guys go. I don't know if any of you knew this, but I think it's good information. If this were like a regular business, guys, if this were like somebody that you were going to hire to come in and do something to your house, if this were an organization that you were going to come in to like distribute something or run commerce or, you know, anything, or buy business from them in some way, you wouldn't, because they have an F rating. Pack says, Panini has several court cases slapped against them. Yes, they do. And yet they're still making money hand over fist. It is so frustrating, guys, because they know, since they're the only game in town, it's the only place that we're going to be able to go for football and basketball cards. And honestly, thankfully, at 2025, the clock runs out, and we will see things going forward changing for the better, for sure. Michael Medina says, look up Topps' BBB rating. Curious as to what it is. That's actually a great question. Let's do that. Topps BBB. Topps is an A-, guys. Check that out. Obviously, much quicker responses to redemption requests, much quicker resolving of issues, much quicker contact from the company. That is unbelievable, y'all. Topps, an A-, and Panini, an F. Are you freaking kidding me? Why there, guys? I think that shows you everybody asking if Fanatics is going to buy Panini. No, they will not. They identified which company was doing things better, which company was working smarter, which company had better systems in place. It's obviously Topps, and I think this alone proves that. Freaking believable, y'all. A- compared to an F? Wow. Ducks says, no shot. I still can't get my redemption. Ducks, why not, bro? What's going on? Is it an old redemption? That sucks. Pax says, they don't follow the NPN law. No purchase necessary. Go ahead and look right now at one of their boxes. Ooh, they don't even follow the no purchase necessary law. That's a big deal. I know that the government don't like that. I know they don't like that one damn bit. What's the BBB for Upper Deck? That's a great question too. Let's look up Upper Deck's BBB. Although they have a lot less cards in the game. They have a lot less releases out there, so the potential for scams, the potential for issues from Upper Deck is going to be a lot smaller. Yeah, A+. Yeah, their business just isn't as big. So, of course, they're going to have a easier time getting things done, easier time getting customer service requests dealt with and everything. Williams says, look at the suit with Leaf and CD Lamb. The suit Leaf is in the one we need for Panini. Yeah, so I've heard, guys, there's a lot of people that never got their redemptions from a Leaf box because CD Lamb didn't end up signing, and they ended up suing Leaf. All those people that were supposed to get those cards ended up in a class action against Leaf. And yes, that is what we should do against Panini at some point. Will that happen? I don't know. All right, guys, 4:51 Pacific time. 7 now, 52 East Coast time. No drop officially today, unfortunately, from Target.com. I'll be hanging around for another 15 minutes or so until about 5:10 Pacific, 8:10 East Coast time, talking about the hobby, talking sports, answering your questions. Horhellian says, I love getting shafted on redemptions from National Treasure. Don't we all, bro? Don't we all? Everybody asking what the BBB ratings are. STDB says PSAs is a B. So STDB already on that. So yeah, guys, anything, A or B, you're probably going to be okay. But yeah, when you get down to the Fs, the risk for dealing with extra problems and waiting a long time grows exponentially, unfortunately. What is the BBB for Leaf? Let's look that up. And guys, now, you know what? All y'all are interested in this. I'm definitely going to be making a video on Panini's Better Business Bureau rating. I don't think many people are aware that Panini has an F- Better Business Bureau rating. I just don't think people know. Oh, wow. Leaf has A+, but I think it's so small because, guys, there are literally no complaints against Leaf. Here we go. Leafs is so tiny that there are just no complaints against them right now because they just don't release that many boxes. I think they are able to handle all direct complaints, but the class action lawsuit is not going to be mentioned in the Better Business Bureau page here, unfortunately. Dunk Card's asking a great question. Do you rank Steph above Durant in the all-time list? Dunk Cards, I mean, if you take out the rings that Steph Curry's won, I think Kevin Durant is a better overall complete player. But Steph Curry, with the championships that he's won, with the shooting ability, if you put that back in, I think he kind of goes over Kevin Durant at that point all time. It's kind of the way I look at it. Steph Curry kind of helped change the game. You cannot ever have the conversation about three-pointers and how the game has transitioned into what it is today without talking about Steph Curry. He was one of the leads. Crazy Gamer says, Schultz, have you found any Prizm in store or just online? I did find Prizm last Thursday in store near me at a Walmart in Sherwood, Oregon, but I had to watch. I was only fourth in line, and I watched two dudes at the front of the line clear it all out. Anderson didn't do anything. Walmart didn't do anything. Absolutely sucked. Just trying to review some boxes for a video on the damn channel. And yeah, not getting lucky at all. Jules asking, what do you do for a living? Great question. So this is kind of a main source of income, but I also do some audio production on the side. I kind of just right now am kind of using my talent and skills to use that to work for some different projects and do some just different kind of contracted like editing projects and whatnot. And then this. But I am a sports radio broadcaster. Have been trying to get a job in sports radio this entire time. I'm still trying to get a job doing sports radio, so hopefully can do that in tandem with this going forward. So that's what I do, Jules. Jason said, David Carlson, I did see that. That was gone in like 10 seconds. Poke Lane says, I've been stuck on the toilet this entire stream because I decided to have Chipotle last night. Don't do that, bro. Or as Carbon says, go get some Chipotle away. Chipotle away. Are you sick of blood in your stool and ruining all your underpants? Well, it's Chipotle away. God. Yeah, that's what you need, Poke Lane. You need some Chipotle away. I got you, bro. I'm your white knight. I'll get you your Chipotle away.
Hans. Bobby. I'm your white knight.
Gemmin says, you get in there, Schultz. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Blade says, Schultz didn't do anything, LOL. I didn't do anything like good or bad or what? I'm confused. Did I screw up? Did I not screw up? I don't even know what you're referring to. I apologize. I did something wrong. My bad, guys. Mac Forehead, asking if anybody's selling redemptions. There you go. Mr. Hummus says, create your own podcast. Brother, I have done 3 podcasts, and they are a lot of work. If I'm going to do a podcast, it's got to be a collaborative effort with somebody that's like going to handle the editing, I am not, I don't have time for that. I want to be the host of it. I want to start transitioning to being like the front guy, Don't mind doing some of the back leg work. Obviously, I'm still doing all the back leg work for my channel, but like a podcast like that, I'm not going to add that to my schedule right now. Just no way. Simple modding, should we use or sell redemptions with tops? I think using them is a safer bet, but selling them is easy as well. They seem to get a lot of business. I see quite a few redemptions sold frequently on eBay. Fast 80 pieces. Fanatics takes forever. Talking about shipping out their Fanatics exclusive boxes. Yeah, they definitely do take a bit sometimes. They at least package stuff well. I know that everything I've gotten from Fanatics is very well protected. It has a do not bend sticker on the box. I mean, they really do go to some extra lengths to try and protect those cards, but yeah, it does take a bit. You're not wrong. Robert Frost says, Schultze RGL podcast. See, Robert, that's something I would be down with. I would absolutely love to do a podcast with him. But then, we've got to have somebody like editing it because I've already got a lot of editing here on the channel. I've got so much work that I'm already doing like that. It's just, there's some things that I'm like, I know I'm not going to be taking on, and that is one of them. But yeah, a podcast with RGL, would love to do that. Him and I talking hobby every single week. Oh my God. I think people would tune in. I think people would listen. I think we agree on a lot of things, and I think we disagree on a couple of things. Be really good talk. Really good talk. All right, guys, 4:58. Yeah, I'll be on for about another 12 minutes. Mr. Hummus, just hope you find a job that suits you, bro. I appreciate it, Mr. Hummus. I'm trying, man. I'm an entertainer at heart. Love sports, love entertainment. I want to be the source of fun for people in their lives. I don't want to quit trying to be on the mic and then go be a real estate agent or a car salesman. Screw that. Not that you don't make bank being a real estate agent, because you do. I mean, I just like to torture myself. Very smart decision. It would be the smarter decision to go do that, but I can't. I like being on the mic too much. I like performing. I like production too much. And I love sports, and I love sports cards. Yeah, no updates on the monitor, unfortunately, guys. And if y'all, actually, I was going to ask this morning, if y'all have leads on Discords out there, looking to try a couple of new Discords out for sports card monitors. Trying to see what the other options are in the game. Maybe if I could advertise them, can I get a deal done? Something like that. So yeah, if any of y'all are part of some Discords or card monitoring groups that you think would like an influencer as a part of their group, let me know. Scott O says, RGL and Schultze, the new Mike and the Mad Dog. Oh, that would be so cool. Mike and the Mad Dog. Sports Radio 66 WFAN. Y'all don't know what that is. That Mike and the Mad Dog, guys, if you don't know who those are, Mike Francesa and Mike Mad Dog Russo, or Chris Mad Dog Russo, are basically the godfathers of the current sports radio format. There really was there were kind of some sports talk shows on the dials. Kind of randomly up to that point. Sorry, guys, I'm just fighting allergies. This sucks. There were some kind of sports shows, covering teams on the dials, but up to that point, really nothing like sports radio is today until Mike and the Mad Dog came along in New York on WFAN, the first sports radio station in the United States. Of course, it's in New York, but that's where they had the idea. And it was amazing. And every single person, guys, as you see, two-person radio shows emulating that format, pretty much sports radio put into place by Mike and the Mad Dog. So if you don't know who that is, that's why I'm singing their open. That's why I know who they are, because they are awesome. They are the godfathers of sports radio. And honestly, guys, the godfathers of what I'm doing here, educating you on sports cards and trying to help you all get cards at retail cost and doing a talk show for it. And yes, Juwan, this is chocolate milk, brother. Scotto says, nice, Schulte. I appreciate you, man. Tyler says, Mad Dog is whack. Yeah, but he's entertaining, man. You watch him. He makes people watch him. And that's all you need, bro. He's whack, but he's a draw. And honestly, I like some of his takes. He's definitely a little out there, but some of his takes are just spot on. Some are just crazy and whack. I agree. Pack Junkies says, Schulte, I got my brand new podcast gear. If you're interested in doing a fantasy football podcast this year, let me know for real. Hey, I appreciate it, Pack Junkie. I'll think about it, man. I appreciate it. I might take you up on that offer. Thanks, man. Jason Lord says, Schulte, I have a hobby background or a radio background and would absolutely do a podcast about the hobby. Good stuff. All right, people out there interested. I mean, yeah, seriously, guys, if somebody wants to handle the production end, I mean, I might be into it because then all I would have to do, is kind of help plan topics and actually just come on and do it and talk. But it's the production. It's the extra stuff that I know, Run Good Life was saying yesterday how many hours he puts into YouTube to give you like 120, 150 minutes of content each week. It is a lot of work, guys. And I'm already putting in a lot of hours here. And it's just with everything now, hopefully the sports card scene kind of starting to pick up and go mainstream. Hopefully some more of my time is going to be taken towards that. No way going to have time for extra editing, man. But I appreciate that, Jason. Joshua says, should have maced those two guys. You, the other guy, could have brought home the bacon. Carry mace with you, Schultz. You know what, Joshua? I did, but I literally had I had my wife's keys, and she's got like a little pink mace can on her key ring. I had that with me. But, man, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Push those guys out of the way, mace them? Because at that point, I don't know. Anderson says they're not supposed to intervene, but I just know. I know as soon as I do something, they're going to intervene. They're going to let everybody else go about their business, but as soon as I do something, it's going to be wrong. God. I mean, it's just extra annoying because I've experienced essentially both crappy ends of the stick at that store showed up first and was limited to one item total, like in a really mean way by the Walmart associate. Now they just don't care, and the dude's allowed to push everything into his cart, and I have to watch it happen. That's just no, not gonna deal with that. No. Wayne says, I messaged you. I was approved for Whatnot. Wanted to collaborate. Hit me up on Insta. Oh, awesome, Wayne. I appreciate you. I will message you back, brother. Appreciate you, man. And Wayne, I did get the package that you sent me. I just have not opened it yet. Did not have time to open it yesterday, but I appreciate that. My wife grabbed the mail, and that was in there. So thank you so much, man. Dunk Card says, should have maced the vendor and took it all. That's funny. Best Pal says, you have the face, voice, and knowledge for radio. So you're saying that I'm ugly, stupid, and annoying? Is that what you're saying, Best Pal? Tell me something I don't know. Ugly, stupid, and annoying. But it's okay. I'm the white knight for the hobby, right?
Hans. Bobby, I'm your white knight.
Evan and Carton have a great show. Yes, they do. Fast Eddie P. Craig Carton, man. Bringing himself up from the dead. Although I will say the whole Craig Carton thing, man. You know what? We all deserve second chances in life, but to just be... I know that he got his job at way less of a salary than he had coming back. To just be handed that gig and not give somebody else a chance in the industry who is talented enough. There are talented people out there that could have done that afternoon gig in New York, but no, just hand it back to Craig Carlton. That, as a broadcaster, that just didn't sit right with me. Membership has its privileges, right? I mean, he left them hanging. He left WFAN absolutely hanging, and they just gave it right back to him. Unbelievable. Jason says, have to get to work. Thank you as always for streaming, Schulte. Absolutely. And it's funny because Craig Carton, in response to that, says, you know what? Well, people just need to be better. And it's like, dude, you know how much of a problem nepotism is in every single industry? Like, shut up, bro. Your boss was waiting for you to get back. Your boss wasn't going to hire anybody else. Don't act like anybody else had a shot. Shut the hell up, man. That's just a blatant lie. It's a blatant lie. Joshua says, you're the better person, man. At the end of the day, integrity matters. Same thing happened to me with Prizm basketball last year. Yeah, dude, it just sucks. It really does affect me, guys. If I'm not willing to pay resale, which I just can't afford yet. I cannot afford to be paying resale for retail to do videos with. It's not going to happen on my channel for a bit longer, and that hurts the channel. It just sucks. Best Pal says, nah, bro, you're good. I appreciate you, man. Fast Eddie P says, I can see your point for sure. David Carl says, yeah, same for me. Now that I'm out of school for the summer. School's out for summer, baby. Actually, now that school's out for summer, a lot easier to start going around looking for cards at your local stores. We do have the Walmart.com restock coming up later today online. But make sure you check in person, guys. Walmart's, Target's, Myers, Hy-Vee's, Heeb's, Fry's in Arizona, Stop and Shops on the East Coast. I've heard every once in a while getting cards. I mean, seriously, check your grocery stores, Kroger and Fred Meyer, Bi-Mart here in the Pacific Northwest, Walgreens, Rite Aid, Lids Locker Room. I'm trying to think of every store possible that you could get sports cards at. Check in person, guys. Prizm could be popping up there. Barnes & Noble. Sean says, I'd take Craigie over Mike F. Oh, yeah, if I had to choose, if you said Craig Carton or Mike Francesa, I'd take Craig Carton all day. You're right. Oh, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I agree with that all day. Jules said, if any of us committed securities fraud or wire fraud like Craig Carton, we would still be in prison. Yeah, I mean, Jules, I think you're right. But, you know, the legal system for first-time offenders is lenient sometimes. So there is that to take into consideration. But, you know, Jules, there's a lot of things to take into that. Who was his prosecutor? Who was the judge in the case? I mean, there's so many. You know, was he a hard ass on the law? Was the judge a little bit more lenient? There's so many factors there. I've just learned over the years that you can't really blanket statement every legal case like that. There are really good ones and there are really bad ones. And yes, of course, Carton, you know, probably got a little bit easier of a time, but you can't for sure say that. You can't for sure say that. Oh yeah, Cracker Barrel Pack Chunky says Cracker Barrel Hobby Lobby Academy. Absolutely. Fry's in Arizona, Crazy Gamer. Did not see any cards. Well, maybe don't go to Fry's. Shoot dang. I'm not trying to waste your all's time. Craigman Peters says, have a great day, Schulte. Thanks for coming on. Absolutely, man. Sorry that there was no sports card restock on Target.com today. Nothing dropping. I will be back bright and early tomorrow, guys. And yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up here at this point. Looks like a couple more people bought some spots for the breaks this weekend. Thank you so much, guys. Check it out. Spots available at schultzescardpulls.com. And like I said, I will be spending the rest of today and tomorrow morning getting all the packages out from the rest of the ones that I have left from the last break a couple weeks ago on Schultz's Card Pulls. So yeah, guys, keep checking local stores. You're going to find Prizm. I promise you. It may not look like Sky B's local shelves, but you will find some Prizm in person. Absolutely will. And make sure, guys, on your way out, you hit the like button as well. It does help me feed a couple of kitties named Pikachu and Eevee. Really appreciate it. Moves the needle on the channel. Gets YouTube to recommend this to tons more people. You know how this works. You all know the game. But yeah, it is about that time, guys. 5:10 Pacific, 8:10 East Coast time. Appreciate every single one of you hanging out. But gonna let you all get on with about your activities and planning for a Walmart restock coming up at noon Pacific, 3 East Coast time. I'll be chatting about it in the Discord. Good luck to all y'all today. Hopefully we can score some Prizm online, but don't count on it. It's not going to be likely. I'm not going to be scoring much, if any. I know a few people were able to get their hands on boxes last week during like the Thursday night restock on Walmart.com. I was not lucky enough to score that either, though, unfortunately. But hopefully you all have better luck than I do coming up for Prizm Online from Walmart.com this week. All right, everybody, appreciate it. Enjoy your day. Like I said, I'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning, and check them out. Break spots available at schultzescardpulls.com for this Sunday starting at 4 p.m. See y'all tomorrow morning. It's going to be early. I'll have some chocolate milk for you. Schultz's card pulls out.